responded by tweeting, "Friendship between our countries is a force of global good. It will make our planet better and more sustainable." Now, the ground covered in my recent visit will strengthen our bond. Here's a look at the video that's been tweeted by Joe Biden. All right, we're going to play out that video for you in just a bit, but pictures on your screen are of a cabinet meeting that is currently underway. Do remember that the Prime Minister returned from his overseas trip just last night, and he is meeting senior cabinet colleagues. Pictures showing us that the Prime Minister is meeting with the Home Minister. Also, the Finance Minister, Nirmala Sitharaman, we can see Hardeep Singh Puri also there. So, the Prime Minister meeting his cabinet currently. The Prime Minister was on an overseas visit to the United States of America as well as Egypt. We are told, of course, before this there was a meeting with the Home Minister Amit Shah as well, where the situation in Manipur was discussed at length. Pictures on your screen are of this meeting that is taking place in the national capital. The Prime Minister chairing a meeting of his cabinet colleagues in New Delhi. Now, even as this meeting takes place, of course, the focus is continuing to remain on the situation in Manipur. Do remember that N. Biren Singh, the Chief Minister of Manipur, has briefed the Home Minister about the latest situation and has spoken about the government's efforts to contain it. But this meeting looks more like a cabinet meeting that is taking place. I think we've got our senior executive editor Abhishek Kapoor on the phone line with us. Abhishek, this looks like a cabinet meeting that is being chaired by the Prime Minister, where he is meeting with his senior colleagues.
Yeah, not exactly cabinet meeting, Nupur, but you can see the finance minister of the country, you can see the union home minister of the country, and you can see the urban affairs and petroleum and natural gas ministers. Essentially, what we are seeing is Prime Minister getting a briefing or lowdown on whatever has happened in the past 5 days, specifically or more particularly in Manipur. Remember, there was an all-party meeting that was held day before yesterday, and since then we have seen some element of politicization getting injected in this whole debate. Manipur has been on fire for the last more than a month. In fact, yesterday also there was a big standoff between the armed forces and the security agencies and the local population there in a village east of Imphal. And the army had to release a dozen-odd captured militants, essentially because of the kind of volatile situation that was there. And the commander there prudently decided not to escalate because it could have led to use of force, possibly resulting in collateral damage in terms of loss of life. And so I think to avoid that, this decision was taken. But as of now, we are seeing Prime Minister essentially getting a lowdown on whatever has happened in the last 5 days that he was on his US and Egypt tour, including, of course, Manipur, following which we can expect some decisions being taken and announced.
All right, as Abhishek is pointing out, of course, the Prime Minister over there meeting with senior colleagues of his. Pictures on your screen are of the senior ministers, which do include the Finance Minister, the Home Minister, the Urban Affairs Minister, as well as I think other ministers also. So this looks like a larger meeting that is taking place, and Abhishek is taking us through the details. Now, Abhishek, obviously, the Prime Minister being briefed about the issues various ministries are facing. But at top, of course, will still be what's happening in Manipur. We are given to understand that the Home Minister did meet N. Biren Singh and speak to him about the state government's efforts to contain the situation.
Well, you see, this is an important meeting, not limited to Manipur, I must tell you. That's what we are getting to hear from sources. And as of now, it can be said that Prime Minister is basically taking a lowdown on everything, every aspect of government over the last 5 days that he was not there. Not that he was not keeping tabs from his camp office on all aspects. So, for example, about the power situation, about the onset of monsoon. This is actually not related to Manipur alone. You can see from the composition of the meeting that this is about many aspects of the central government, and what is important is the Prime Minister has arrived past midnight, and before the full cabinet, which is typically the Wednesday, he is sort of taking stock of the situation. And this is, I'm told, an important meeting. This is not a cabinet meeting, just a few ministers of the cabinet, and then the officialdom of the Prime Minister's office. So it is the Principal Secretary to the Prime Minister, P.K. Mishra, among others, and a whole bunch of senior officers and bureaucrats from the ministries associated with the ministers sitting there, so Nirmala Sitharaman of the Finance and even Home Minister Amit Shah of the Home Ministry. So those related bureaucrats there. But this is, I am told, is not a meeting related to Manipur, and it's about a lot of other issues about which Prime Minister's attention had to be drawn, given the fact that for 5 days he was not there.
Right, so the Prime Minister being briefed by his cabinet ministers. In pictures on your screen, Abhishek Kapoor, thank you for joining us. So several issues, of course, on the agenda at this meeting that is being chaired by the Prime Minister in the national capital.